Rob, Rob and Slim Show. Ronnie.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Ronny Pascale?
How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing, bro? You are a former New York City theater and comedy producer and currently an LA improv teacher, correct?
Correct.
Cool,
All
man.
of that is very true.
How long did you work in New York?
So I grew up in Manhattan. I grew up in Washington Heights, and then I started doing theater about 6 years ago. I just took an improv class, and then I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I got to start producing my own stuff. That's the only way to get noticed.
Was it easier to do in LA compared to New York?
No, it's hard out here.
Wow.
People are jerks out here.
I would think so.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I was like, oh, it's going to be so easy. They're going to look at my resume and everyone's going to love me. The couple of interviews I went to, they're like, fuck off.
Wow.
They're just very picky then, because I've heard, like, we've heard from several other comedians that, like, LA is like they're all like artificially fake.
Yes. I've heard that from friends too.
Well.
Like artificially fake, like they're artificially or artificially nice. Like they're nice to your face and will stab you in the back.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I think like New Yorkers are like much more friendly and like real kind of thing. In LA, they'll stab you in the back quick.
Yeah, they'll just do it right to you. They'll stab you in the front.
Yeah.
In the fucking New York.
They're gonna jerk you off.
Yes. It's a win-win.
I was also very disappointed to follow a porn star. I was like, I cannot compete with that.
I don't know.
Sure you can. Do you like anal?
I can.
You want to come over later?
Slim's looking for...
Maybe.
Nice. Now it's really heating up.
Oh, man. It's supposed to be.
Where did you take improv classes, Ronnie?
I was the artistic director of a theater called The Pit, which stands for the People's Improv Theater. And I was there for a long time. I also studied at UCB. I studied at the Magnet. I studied at Annoyance. So people in the know are like, oh, all those cool places.
Cool. What is the most important thing in improv? Because I studied it in high school, and I just remember the yes and technique. Like, never, like, shut somebody down for their idea. Like, always just go with it.
Yeah, yes and is pretty much the only thing I teach now. I started doing this really dumb thing where I teach improv on the beach. I live in Long Beach, not in LA proper.
Okay.
And, so I haven't been teaching rules as much as I've been just teaching, like, enjoy yourself on stage, but, like, yes and is the only thing I care about.
Cool.
Then, don't shut other people down.
Yeah, that's like I said, one of the few things I remember is that.
Yeah. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
All the other stuff they teach you is all bullshit to, like, get more money out of you.
Cool.
They're like, how many more rules can we add and get more of their money?
I read like a whole book on improv, and
Did you?
I'm pretty sure the whole book was just like yes and.
Yeah, the books are bullshit. I tell my students to never read them.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. How do you read a book on it? Like,
yeah, like the one I read was really dumb because it was just kind of like this woman just bragging about how she mastered improv.
There's no such thing.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
It like changed her life, and she's become a better person now.
She's ascended.
I do stand by though that shit changes your life though, because I used to be very shy and nervous.
Oh wow!
And, but it could also just have been like getting out in front of people, and I don't know.
Yeah. I honestly I feel the same way. Like, I was really, really introverted before, and then once I did it, like, it definitely changed me.
It definitely does something for you, because when I first started, I would sweat profusely before all my shows. Now I just go on stage and like, fuck it, whatever happens.
Wow.
Happens.
See, I was told if you're not sweating, something's wrong.
Yeah, that's probably true. Maybe I'm an asshole now.
You're too far gone, Ronnie. I don't know if I can talk to you anymore.
Doesn't even matter anymore. I did a show in Boston last Saturday, and we were going fine and good, and the audience was on our side. And one of our dudes in our group started telling 9/11 jokes on stage. And I was like, oh no, the audience still is into that shit.
Oh man.
I was like, we lost them.
How fast did you have to leave after that?
They kicked us out of Boston forever.
They escorted
you guys are too racist to be in Boston.
Oh, man. Wow. I was mad after 9/11 that... Was it Boston or no? It was like Florida beat the Yankees in the World Series. Like it was like the fucking Tampa Rays. I was like, fuck, that's not supposed to happen. It was...
the Florida Marlins.
Yes! We just had 9/11. We were supposed to win.
Are you a Yankee fan?
Yes.
Then we can't be friends.
Yeah, oh, no. Are you a Mets fan?
No, I'm a Red Sox fan.
Goodbye. Okay, bye.
Yeah, we're hanging up.
I'll hang up now. Bye.
Obviously, you haven't watched any of the video. Like,
Ronnie, don't go. Yeah, all I wear is a Yankees hat. I'm a real one-trick pony. Yes, and you're a Red Sox fan.
Yes, and. Oh, man. So a few years ago, Time Out New York, which is a magazine that it tells you cool shit to do, and like they review your comedy shows or whatever.
Yeah.
They dubbed me the most undateable guy in New York City.
Why?
At one point, and then they set me up on a blind date with the most undateable woman in New York City, and she knew who I was going into, but I had no idea who she was. And as soon as I sat down, I would say things to her, like, "Oh, like this restaurant's really nice." She would look me in the eye and be like, "Yes, and."
Oh no!
Oh no! Anything I said, I'd be like, "Do you want a drink?" She'd be like, "Yes, and."
Oh, what a twat!
Worst date ever.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Could you do some improv with us?
Yeah. I was trying to think about how to do it on the phone. That might be difficult, but we could definitely try.
Maybe like
so
set up a scene?
Is the body language very important in improv?
Yeah. Well, because the thing that I teach is emotional improv as opposed to like jokey improv.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. All my shit. I want my people in tears by the end. If you're not crying, you're not having fun.
Oh. I don't know.
That's not actually true.
Well,
I punch my students in the face.
I can punch Slim if you tell me to.
Turn on our video feed so you can see us, and then we'll just like imagine what you.
We'll just start punching each other. We'll just start punching each other.
Well, I was watching before, but then I turned it off because there's a little bit of a delay, and I was like, "This is confusing for my brain. I'm dumb." Well, if you guys want to do an improv exercise, we could try that out and see how that translates, and then we could build into something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
Great. So, one person is going to start with a phrase, very generic, like, "The restaurant is beautiful." And the other person is going to say, "Yes, this restaurant is beautiful and whatever." And the other person's going to agree with them and then say, so it's like, "Yes, this restaurant's beautiful, and it's where I took my first date." And the other person's like, "Yeah, I remember it was our first date, and I fell in love with you that night." Does that make sense at all?
Oh, perfect sense.
Yeah, that's
And then I'll walk you guys through it a little bit, and I'll give you notes. How's that?
Cool, you critique us. So, Slim.
Great, one of you start with a very simple statement.
And it could be any statement. It doesn't have to be the restaurant thing. So why don't we start out with one of the one of these guys?
Just no questions. Questions don't help.
Just a statement.
All right, you want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. This car is really nice.
Yeah, it is. So's the soft seats are so nice.
I fucked Sleepy Lucas on those soft seats.
How was
last night?
How was it?
Oh, it was great. It was perfect. You guys mastered improv.
Yes! We graduated.
Oh, yeah.
High five.
Yeah,
You guys could be in my level 2 class.
How much does that make?
The classes in New York, the classes cost $400. In LA, they're like $350, but I've been charging $0.
Oh, I was gonna say, who do I send a bill to? Who do I send that bill to?
What?
Who do I charge for that?
It's been by donation, but no one's given money.
Oh man, cough up a credit card, Slim. Yeah, those fuckers suck. Fuck.
Yeah.
Ronnie, I saw your show. You do a podcast or a Poopcast called The Shit Show.
I do a Poopcast. About, what was it? right before I left New York, I was doing lights and sound for a show.
Okay.
And I was like, it was fine, and the show was going good, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh no, I have to take a shit right now. And in the moment, I was like, what do I do? Do I like stop the show, run off, take a shit, and come back, or do I like pause and whatever?
Yeah.
Or do I just like shit my pants?
Yeah.
And it was the worst experience of my life in that moment. At that time, hyperbole.
What was the decision?
And then, well, so I was ready to shit my pants. I was just like, you know what, I can't stop the show. There's nothing I could do about it. It's gonna go, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it just like clouds went away, and I was just like, oh, I'm fine.
Oh, it passed. Cool.
Yeah, which was cool in the moment. But after I was pissed off, I was talking to my friends about it. And I realized I was angry that I didn't shit my pants. Because I'm like, this is a good story to tell.
Yes, it would be the story. The story.
Yeah, it would suck for like an hour until I got home and like took a shower or whatever. But so I was telling my friends all that. And then I was just like, you know what, this is a fun story. But I really enjoy talking about shitting my pants with my friends. And
yeah,
it was really great. Yeah, it was very cathartic. So, yeah, like a month later, I moved to LA, and I was telling someone that same story, and we had fun talking about shitting our pants.
Cool. I heard you say, too, your uncle, on his first date with your aunt, shit his pants.
Yeah, that happened. They're still together to this day.
Wow.
And that was in, like, 1994.
Wow. That's a long time. Fuck.
Yeah. I guess shit brings people closer together.
It does. That's how I keep this show close together.
I haven't talked about this out loud yet, but a couple of days ago I was stressed out because I was having trouble finding a job. And I was eating, but like my system was way off. And then I was just like, oh no, whatever. I went for a walk to like de-stress.
Yeah.
10 minutes into the walk, I was like, oh no, it's going to go away. And then I just shit my pants everywhere. So I finally did it, actually.
Nice! You finally gave in. One time, I just had the most horrible shits. And I'm like, I remembered when I was younger, and my dad's friend was like, I just go in the shower. And I just push it down the drain. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. And so I went in the shower. I was fucking unloaded, and so I was trying to squish it down the drain with my feet, and I slipped. It was so much shit. I slipped, and out of, like, instinct, I grabbed the fucking shower curtain, and I fell, and the whole shower curtain and the rod fell with me. And my parents were at the door, like, pounding, like, is everything okay? Is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, hold on. Like, hold on. I'm naked, and I fell. Like, hold on. So finally, I got all the shit down the drain, and I was like, okay, and I got a towel around me. I was like, come in, you guys can come in, and they were like, what happened? I was like, I don't know, because my sister lived there at the time, and I was like, I think she just left a whole bunch of conditioner, and I just slipped in it, and I fell. Like, you gotta yell at her. You gotta yell at her.
Oh my god. I had this thing when I was a kid that I don't even know, but it was like, I had like 3 or 4 days where I just lost control of my bowels, and I would just like be talking to people and suddenly just like shit in my pants. And it happened several times. Like I remember, like I was in like an oatmeal bath, and just the oatmeal bath is now there's diarrhea shit in it, and I couldn't even figure out like there was no warning. It would just fucking happen. And this went on for 3 or 4 days, and I still don't know.
Just like an animal getting mauled, just evacuating its bowels.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Any idea what caused that?
I have no clue, because it's just like, you know, I was a little kid and it happened 3 or 4 days. My parents weren't too concerned, and then it just went away. It stopped. It was just.
Did you clean it, or did you make them clean it?
They cleaned it, of course. Yeah. I was like, you know, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was weird. I could kind of like think back of like not. You know, like when you feel like you have to shit, you have to shit. Where this would just be like, I'd be hanging out with the guys and suddenly like poop in my pants.
That's hot.
When I was little, so I have 4 younger brothers, and we would fight over who would play Nintendo 64 whenever.
Yeah.
And we would set it up where like, you get an hour, you get an hour, you get an hour. We were pretty strict about the hours. And my brother Paul used to, when it was his hour, not get up for anything, and there was a few times where he would shit his pants so that he wouldn't have to stop playing Mario Kart.
That's good. That's great.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Oh, and I forgot a fun story today. My roommate was leaving the house and our dog shit right in front of the door. And my roommate didn't put his sandals on yet and stepped right in it and it squished between his toes.
Right between his toes.
Oh.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it's so fun. I just love talking about shit.
Yeah, it's the best, right? Like, it is the coolest thing. The best thing for guys.
Yeah. It's the greatest.
Totally. How about Sleepy Lucas? Does he have any good shit stories?
No,
His mic's not even on. His microphone's not even turned.
Alright, there you go.
About time you turn my fucking mic on.
He's been trying to ask questions the whole time.
No, there's been several times where, like, I'm sitting there walking to work, and it's like, as soon as I get off the bus, and it's like, I gotta take a shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, I gotta walk 30 minutes. So I was sitting there prairie dogging it the whole way.
Oh, fuck.
We're all speechless after Sleepy Lucas talked.
Yeah. It's not a soft cock in the house. That's what happens. Oh, that's great. Fuck. Do you have any upcoming projects or anything, Ronnie?
Yeah. So I Nerdist, the podcast. Well, not the podcast, but they have a theater in LA. I'm doing a show at Nerdist on October 14th. And it's me and a couple of writers are writing parody lyrics songs. And then for the live show, we're playing those with karaoke tracks and then having people sing them, which is really weird.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the only song that we wrote so far, again, is called Poops. I Did It Again.
Yeah, I heard that. I love that.
Yeah, that's on the end of my Poopcast first episode. So it's going to be a lot of that.
Yeah.
Poop. Ideally, we like sway away from poop a little bit for the live show at Nerdist.
Wow.
But we'll see. Maybe they like poop. I don't know. I don't know LSU well yet.
I think they love that out there.
Yeah. They're all glamorous, but like they have this like secret world of just people who shit themselves for fun.
Fucking fecal fetishes all the time. All the time in LA.
It's like Billy Madison heightened because he pissed himself all the time, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's the next level.
Yeah. Just take it up a notch and everything's good.
Yeah. It's what you got to do. You got to outdo the last guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and then a musical that I wrote a Back to the Future musical parody a few years ago in New York.
Wow.
Yeah. And it did really well, and now a theater in Australia bought it from us, and they're running that in February.
Oh my God! Is it funny? Is it serious? Like, how does it go?
It's both.
Mm.
Yeah, the audience went crazy for it. Yeah, we had a cast of like 12 people, and yeah, it's like stays pretty close to the story of Doc and Marty and all that shit. But
I gotta check it out. I gotta hear that. Is there gonna be a soundtrack?
I think there's one on the internet. I have to look it up, and if I got it, I'll send it to you guys.
Cool. That's the best. Yeah, that's my favorite movie ever.
Yeah, that seems to be everyone's reaction. I was like, oh, I wish we did this in LA, because we only did that one in New York, and then it went straight to Australia.
Oh, the Aussies, the dirty Aussies bought it. We need it back.
Scumbag. Yeah, we do. We also did a Nightmare on Elm Street musical. We did a Hunger Games, and we did a Ghostbusters.
Wow. Did you ever hear back in the day, there was a big one, I was a big fan of. It was the Silence musical. It was Silence the Lambs.
Oh, yeah, I heard of it. I didn't see it. How was it?
So good. I never saw it. I bought the soundtrack because I heard a song or two, and it was so good. So good.
Yeah. Yeah, I meant to see it. I'm just too poor. I produced off-Broadway stuff and never saw a Broadway musical.
Wow. Yeah, I think that one was off-Broadway, too. I think so.
Yeah. I was bad about seeing that stuff. I saw Avenue Q, though. I lied. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. What was that one?
It was like Sesame Street parody with puppets and stuff.
Cool.
A lot of puppets having sex.
Yeah, I would see that.
That's the funniest thing in the world, puppets having sex.
Yeah, it's like Team America.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. The only way that it could heighten if these puppets were fucking and shitting at the same time.
Somebody needs to make that happen and send it to me.
I'm on it.
Sweet, dude. Ronny, thank you so much for talking to us, man. Where can everybody...
Cool. Thank you guys so much for having me.
No problem. Where can everybody find you?
Mostly on Twitter. So at Ronny Pascale on Twitter is where all my shit is these days.
Nice. All right, brother.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Talk soon.
Talk to you later.
Have a good one, man.
Take care.